only could have started from the end. Now I have a house for kids and even a big land. Who knew I'd have only made mistakes that would have been fixed with a slice of cheesecake. Demo Salvatore was my 18 dream, but now the only one I be with is gender being. Yeah, here I am talking to you since I'm 30 as fuck.
Hello, ladies. Welcome back. This is 30 Years Back, and I'm Vanessa Rossi here for you to share with you life in our 30s and talk about life and things that we love and sex. Yes, that's what we're going to talk about today. But before, I just wanted to share with you that I'm so excited because I'm kind of working on making this podcast way bigger than it is, because that's what I want to do. And I am working on branding and photo shoots and everything that's going to happen this year before the second season is going to start. So second season, of course, going to start in September. I know it's just January. You're like, Vanessa, what you're talking about. But I need your help. I need your help because if I want this to go further, I need you to like everything I post. I need you to share every time on your Instagram when you listen to the podcast. If you can please just share it on your Instagram and tag me, that will be very useful. If you don't follow the page already, please go follow 30 Years Back podcast page. And there's gonna be so much going on, and we're gonna also expand a little bit conversations. I'm gonna have more guests, so it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna hear from other people. I'm trying to convince 2 girls to come here and join me. So if you're in Vancouver and you want to be part of the podcast and you want to just come and have a conversation, a glass of wine, and just talk to me, please come over. I can't wait because I can't talk to myself all the time, and that's it. I can't do it. My brain cannot handle it. Like, I need to have conversations with your girls and listen what you have to say. So, said this. Today we're going to talk about sex. Why are we going to talk about sex? Because sex is awesome. Sex is awesome. We love it. It's good for your health, for your mental health. And also because we always talk about mental health about in these episodes and things that we're going through, blah, 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 boring. Not really boring, but we wanted to actually make it a little bit more, okay? A little bit more interested. And I mean, sex is connected to mental health, so there's always going to be, it's the main theme, but let's explore a little bit more. So, why sex? I think it is because I realized just lately how much I changed, how much my sex life changed, and how many things I learned. And I wanted to share it with you and also, see if maybe this resonates with any of you. If you are in your early 20s or mid 20s, this episode that you're listening to this episode is dedicated to you. Please take notes, because here it's me sharing with you some tips on how have a nice sex life. Okay, a fabulous sex life. So let's start from the beginning. Let me give you a background about my sex life so then you can follow better of what I'm gonna say. I had lost my virginity late. Kind of late, meaning that there's not an expiration date, of course, on it, but I was 21 years old. And why that happened? Because I'm a romantic and I want to ask my girlfriends to just find the right guy and fall in love, and then they're gonna take my flower, and ended up being happy ever after, or whatever it's to say. But no, at 21, I gave up. I was like, fuck it. I gave up and I ended up sleeping with an asshole in the back of a car on New Year's Day while I was way too drunk. So, first lessons, young girls, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Please. Please, please. That's for sure the first lessons. And then after that, I was, had a couple of night stands, and then I had 2 boyfriends. So first one, and then the second one, and then actually my sex life started. It's crazy. It took me only 8 years, 7 years, because I was 28, to actually give a start to my sex life. I say this because even if I had sex before I was 28, of course, I don't want to say I didn't enjoy it, because of course I enjoy it, but it wasn't really me. I wasn't really enjoying the moment because I was always overthinking things. I was not very confident in my body. I was not feeling very good. And that's for sure, here we go again, related to mental health. And to also how mature I was and how much I knew myself. Now that I have a strong mental health, I am more confident. I have way more self-esteem. I love my body. I feel sexy, even if my body, it's not the same body that I used to have when I was 23. And when I was 23, listen, I was very hot. Okay. I was way skinnier than I am right now. I was feeling super good. And that's when I met my first boyfriend, actually. And so what I'm trying to say is that if you're able to reach mentally that state of mind, then you're gonna have more freedom to live your sex life the way you want it. You're not gonna be conditioned by other people's sayings or partners. So you're gonna just be like, hey, I want this, I like this, let's have it. Of course, respectfully to the other person in the room. But even when you're by yourself, when you explore yourself, you're gonna feel more free to explore new things. And aging's gonna give you kind of the free card on experiencing, and you're gonna feel less guilty, and you're gonna look back and you're gonna be, oh my god, do you remember that time that I did that? Crazy. What was I doing? And since this happens everywhere in life, like every other subject in life, it's the same thing for sex. Okay. So as I said, first lessons, don't lose your flowers to an asshole in the back of a car half drunk, please. Okay. Second lesson is enjoy your free time by yourself. And yes, I'm talking about masturbations. It's important. It's part of you. It is beautiful. It's super good for your mental health because you release, so many hormones and serotonin in your body, and it's so good. It's going to make you feel good. You can explore yourself. You can learn what you like, what you don't like, what turn you on, what turn you off. And then you can use that with your partner or with multiple partners. I wanted to find like a weird, like a more, I don't know, fancy way to say it, but no, multiple partners. And that's going to be fabulous. So as I said, my sex life actually started after when I was 28, after my second boyfriend, because I started to go on dates and not give a fuck anymore. Because I wasn't, I didn't give a shit about boys, like the boys that I was going out with. Of course, I was respecting them. It's not that I wasn't like, for sure I respected them more than they respected me, let's be honest. And we're going to talk about this next episode. But, and if you watch the episode with me and Ada, you know what I'm talking about and the dates that we went to. But at the same time, since I didn't really like them. I didn't have this pressure that I needed to be like perfect because they needed to like me at any cost. No, I didn't care. I enjoyed myself a little bit more. I was more free to try new things. Of course, always talking to them about it. Um, I was more free to feel sexy and feel myself because there was less pressure outside. I didn't have to convince anyone to be with me because they were already naked in the bed with me. So, after the job was done. And I reached 30 that I was like, "Oh, so this is what sex about. It's about actually me and myself and I and what I like, and then share it with my partner, whoever he or her is, and or them, and enjoy the moment and be in the moment." Okay, so this is one of the reasons why I'm talking about this. Um, so we can actually be in the moment way more often, especially in those beautiful moments as sex. So if you're in your early 20s and early mid 20s, this is another lesson. It's to give yourself the freedom to try and not be ashamed of anything and not feel the pressure by anybody else. Like, try the thing that you want to try, not because your friends are trying or I'm telling you to try. Just uh, you know ex- explore. Let's say this, you should explore a little bit more. um then this is actually to you, ladies, my 30 years old ladies. How do you feel in your body right now? Did you notice too that when you have sex now, you feel way more confident? You're not overthinking too much about your body. You're not scared to put on the sexy lingerie. Um, you're not scared that someone's gonna laugh at you. Like, you're more into yourself. Isn't it awesome? I think it's awesome. That's gonna come just with time. Okay, that's gonna come just with time, and it is amazing that um I feel way more myself now that I'm 20, that I'm 20. I wish that I was 30, that I'm 30 than when I was 20. And yes, I know that you're thinking right now, if I could go back in time and do everything all over again with what I know now, oof, that would be like my genie wish. That would be literally my genie wish. But we can't, so we move on. Okay, let's move on to mental health, because as as we talked about all the time, it's all interconnected. Sex life, like a healthy sex life, and mental health, it's a two-way street, unfortunately. Unfortunately, no, for good reasons. Because as I said before, when you have a nice sex life, your mental health, it's gonna be happy about it. It's gonna help you out. It's gonna make you feel good. It's gonna make you feel sleep better. It's gonna make you, do a lot of nice things to you, your body and your mind and your soul. But also, if your mental health is not good, your sex life is gonna be more difficult to enjoy. Um, and there could be so many reasons. There could really be so many reasons. Me personally, I was struggling with anxiety with my ex-boyfriend. I was struggling with anxiety, and even when we had sex, I wasn't in the moment. And I was kind of thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be the last time they want to have sex because then he's going to leave me. I mean, then he left me, but call me Nostradamus. But it's like, that's just an example to show you how it can really influence your sex life, and it's not good. We don't want that. We want the sex life to influence mental health, but not mental health to influence sex life. That's what we want. Or maybe you're currently like going through depression. Oh my gosh, depression is a little it's a tricky moment. And I know you're going to go through with it. I believe in you, but uh, it can make sex life a little bit more difficult because, again, when you're depressed, you don't look at yourself with the same eyes. You don't feel good. You don't feel confident. You don't feel that you're worth it, even. And so we want to. So if you struggle, still that might be like a reason. So it would be nice to just look up for yourself and just give it a check and figure it out what's going on. Sometimes it could be also medicines. I have a friend, she's taking antidepressants, and she's struggling a lot with her libido, but she is aware of that, so she's trying to figure it out how to fix it, because there's not much that she can do. Like, she cannot stop being an antidepressant. It's something that she needs. But it's a good to be aware of what's going on, so you can actually make it more yours and overcome those moments. And or another thing that I wanted to talk about is the moment that you decide to be on contraceptions, any contraceptions, hormonal, I'm talking, of course, that could also change the way you feel about sex. I had it in my first relationship. I was on the pill, and literally I was disgusted by him. Not disgusted by him, but I didn't like him at all. And I read an article. This is very interesting, actually. They did some studies, and a woman is able to change partner the moment that she changed contraceptions, because especially for us, for women, sex, it's really interconnected with the part of our brain that it's also dominated. That it's the place where we feel things, the feelings, and so basically the moment her libido changed and her hormones changed and everything, she was like, you know what, I don't think you're the right person for me, I'll go for the next one. So this is how much it could influence anything that you're taking right now. If is it hormonal, that could really influence your sex life. So if you're feeling that your libido is a little bit low, or that you're with a partner, or even just by yourself, and you're like checking on you, or you're like, you know what, I don't remember last time I masturbated. Is it okay? Like, maybe I should give it a thought. Just give it a thought. That's the point. Okay. As always, do everything the way you want to do it and the way you feel it. Just, I feel that we talk about a lot about this. Oh, everyone should do whatever they feel like it's good for them. Of course. But it's good to have the idea that there's so many other opportunities out there, that there's so many options, that sometimes this is how it's supposed to look like, or how like other people are living their sexuality, that you can check on yourself and be like, oh, okay, interested, I never tried that, maybe I should try it. Or you can even be like, no, I'm okay, I feel good, but good to know that that option exists. I don't know if you follow me, but I hope I was pretty clear. And it's like, I don't know, you're into romance books and you read romance, but it's good to know that if you want to change, there's like, fantasy or thriller or horror or whatever, like, that there's other things out there, and then you can decide, you can have an idea, you can decide if you actually want to just stick with romance, or if you want to try to read anything else. So it's the same thing, basically. And also another thing, young ladies listening out there, this is very important. Listen to this, take notes. If you go out with a boy, yes, they're still boys. Trust me, I'm 31 years old and I'm still going out with boys, unfortunately. If you go out with boys and the night goes very well, then you ended up having sex, they have to wear a condom. First of all, because it's the basic of safe sex. Second of all, especially if you're not taking any other contraception, please, if they start saying something like, but I don't feel properly, but it's different, but like, I can jump out. No. No. And okay. They have to suck it up. They have to suck it up because we go through so many things, periods, cramps, endometriosis, and I don't know, I can name like another 100 like disease related to our like reproductive organs. We go through all the consequences of contraceptions, so the pill or IUD or anything else that you're taking. We have to deal with so many things, hormonal change and this and that they can suck it up for like what? 20 minutes if we're lucky? Okay? For 20 minutes. And then move on. I'm saying this because in one of my past relationship, I was pushed and kind of forced to take contraceptions, to take the pill because he was not liking wearing the condom. And then also I was like, he wasn't sure that I was taking it. Like he thought that maybe I was going to just get myself pregnant because yes, like I mean he was a catch. Get myself pregnant and trap him or something, and he was checking he was taking it, and he was making me feel so uncomfortable. And so I was paying for it. First of all, I was taking it. Second of all, and then he was also doubting me when he wanted me to take it, and I'm like, what are we talking about? And I'm telling you this because at that time my mental health was not good, and I didn't say anything because I loved him. I have doing quotations around that. I loved him, and now looking back, want to kick myself in the ass and be like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? So this is a rule. They're going to use a condom. Then if you decide that you feel way more comfortable taking any type of medication, IUD or, the pill. Now there's like the underskin on the arm, like a thing. I don't know the name. Anything else, because it's your decision, because you feel more comfortable, because maybe you need it for any other reasons, and when you want to take it and how long you want to keep it and whatever, it's your decision. Then yes, good. But not because a boy pressured to do it. That has to be clear. Okay. That was a little parenthesis, but I needed to say this. So, in conclusion, sex is beautiful. Sex is absolutely the best thing ever when you do it by yourself or with somebody else. Let's sum it up a little bit. Be always true to yourself. Explore yourself and explore your sex life so you can actually enjoy it. Be mature around it. So if you feel that the person that you're sleeping with it's not making you feel comfortable, or you don't feel comfortable, there's something going on, that's your body actually telling you that there's something going on. There's something wrong. And just because people said you have to have a certain, or you see people having a certain sex life, that doesn't mean that you have to. Give yourself time. I'm talking to young girls right now, but even like my 30s fellows, give yourself time, because I'm actually very happy that I waited to be 28 to actually start my sex life. And because I was more mature, because my mental health was a little bit better, and because that was the right time to explore, like everything has the right time. It has to happen at the right time. And be confident, love yourself first, because if you love yourself and if you're good in your skin and if you feel sexy, and if you're not feeling it, you're gonna feel it. I'm sure of it. You're gonna enjoy everything way better. This, how long is this episode? Oh no, okay. We are 24 minutes in, so I'm gonna let you go. And I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you liked this episode. We talk about something a little bit different. I wanted to share with you, like, some life experience. I hope to explore this a little bit more and have somebody else to talk about it, about sex, and, have some conversation and a glass of wine with. So if you want to be part of this podcast, please, please, please just text me. I will be more than happy to have you here. Or if you have any ideas or any questions that you want some answer, or you're like, hey, you should talk about this, it's so interesting, I will do that. You will help me so much. Remember to share this episode when you listen to it on your social media right now. Do it right now when you're done, please. Thank you, and tag me. I will really, really appreciate it. And also put a like or share every video that I post on Instagram. That will help me so much. Go follow my page, Vanessa Di Rossi, if you didn't do it yet, or the official page, Vanessa. 30 as Fuck podcast. I lost it. I almost did everything perfectly today, but I lost it at the end. So thank you so much again. Love you, girls. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.
Yeah, here I am talking to you since I'm 30 as fuck.